Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Wow, this is really hot. I recommend a drink in the morning, by the way, for almost everybody. Almost every culture has something like that. Anyway, I want to talk about kidney today, kidney energy. And of course, Chinese medicine is a system, is a medicine based on energetics. So when we talk about kidney, we're talking about kidney energy. Energy, I mean, really. It's one of those words that you can't really define. It's all the components that comprise kidney. Shun is H-E-N in Chinese medicine, in Chinese language. Anyway, kidney is the root of yin and yang. That's why I put it up there, which means that it's really, really important, right? It's the root of your yin and yang. And of course, yin and yang means everything. So it's the root of you and me. We're going to talk about kidney today. And the reason I have Alaska up there is because that's cold. Kidney is associated with the water element. And the water element includes cold and winter, and kidney and urinary bladder, and bones and marrow and the ears. Get into that. We're going to get into that. And the lower back and everything below the umbilicus as well dominates that. So we're going to talk about that. Now I'm going to take most of this. I'm going to read some of it from my book on Chinese medicine from One World. It's got a really good rundown on kidney and what it is on what page? Can't read the page number. No, 89. That's right. So number one, of course, to host and project jing. Now, jing, G-I-N-G, is your yin and yang. And jing is that substance that directs the process of growth, development, and reproduction. That's a whole lot, isn't it? You might say jing is your DNA plus, right? Your DNA that you're born with and how you protect that DNA after you've been conceived and after you've been born and throughout your whole life. So there's prenatal jing and postnatal jing. Jing, of course, is one of the 5 substances that I've talked about in previous episodes and will again. Anyway, jing is your you. Now, the way you conserve that prenatal jing that you were given by your parents is by producing high-quality qi and blood throughout your life. So the healthier your life, the more you preserve of that jing, which ultimately deteriorates, and when it finally collapses and yin and yang separate, we die. So that's jing. Okay, so now it also directs the functioning of all organs and structures below the umbilicus, everything below your belly button, which includes the intestines, right? Your sexual organs, kidney. Lower back and pelvis regions, and your legs and feet, and that whole complex. Everything below the waist is dominated by kidney energy, right? By kidney. Kidney to collect jin from the intestines and body cavities, separating the clear from the unclear, and sending the former upwards to the lung and latter down to the urinary bladder. So in other words, it collects all the juices, the jin, the water in your body, collects it down there. It's way down here. All falls down or comes up from the legs. And the kidney, it's actually the kidney yang that heats that up, collects it and heats it up, right? The pure gets steamed back up to the lungs. We talked about lungs last time, how it's a condenser coil, condenses the steam and condenses it and collects it and condenses it into water droplets, and it drops all the way down, moistens everything, and then it falls back down into kidney. And so it steams the pure back up, and the impure it sends down to the urinary bladder, and that's urine. So that's kidney function, very important function. It assists the lung in the process of inhaling qi. So sometimes when people can't inhale, we consider that is a kidney deficiency, a kidney qi deficiency. often caused by liver qi stagnation, which just won't allow you to breathe deeply. So in advanced economies, that's usually the result of some kind of excess. To maintain Ming Men. Ming Men is your life gate fire. It's your pilot burner, and it's right down there in your abdomen, lower abdomen. So that's kidney yang again. That keeps that pilot burner burning. When that goes out, we're gone. So that always needs to keep going, just like on a stove, right, or on a heater. Now, also kidney, because it controls the bones and the marrow supplies a small amount of shui blood to your system. So it's partly responsible for the supply and production and supply of blood in your body. Okay. It maintains the structural integrity and smooth functioning of the ears. And you know, the ears, they kind of look like the shape of a kidney, don't they? Well, the smooth function, and also includes hearing. So some hearing problems are a result of a kidney imbalance. And then also kidney, of course, keeps the bone strong. And the teeth are considered the tidbits of the bones. The teeth, healthy. And the brain, also, we notice that liver has a lot to do with brain. So does kidney, because it's considered marrow. It's considered marrow. It's inside and it's encased in bone. So in Chinese theory, that's marrow. And it does have a lot of blood up there, right? And it keeps that marrow healthy. So when we have a kidney deficiency in a wealthy economy, it's usually excesses that are causing it. So if someone diagnoses you as kidney deficiency, you need to ask, why do you have all this heat? Get rid of the heat and the kidney yin will come back up. Now remember that yin and yang are of equal value. Yin is cold, yang is heat. Right? Yang is movement, yin is passive. And so they need to be in balance, and that's critical for kidney. For good kidney health, it all needs to be balanced. When it gets out of balance, then we usually have kidney involvement, and things can go wrong. Most of the time, it's too much something that causes an imbalance, and so we always look for imbalances. So, for example, if a man has prostatitis, well, that's inflammation of prostate. Where's that heat coming from? So some people say, oh, that's kidney insufficiency because you know, lower cooling ability. Well, not necessarily. And even if it is, we need to look for, of course, the excess that's causing that swelling and inflammation of the prostate. And it could be excess food, very common. It could be excess alcohol, also very common. So excess food, which means fat and all that other, and excess alcohol are typical causes of that inflammation and swelling of the prostate in men. Same thing goes with damp heat. You would say damp heat or something. In the uterus, uterus collects a lot of that garbage from excess eating and excess alcohol. Typical. Oh, and it will come out as vaginal infections, for example. It's very common. And also, if that damp heat collects too much in the large intestine, it could get nasty and weird, because that's feces, and that could get nasty and cancerous. So all these excesses are constantly threatening our kidney energy. And we want to keep that strong and balanced. And then there's sexuality, of course. There is something about, in Chinese medicine, some people believe that if a man ejaculates too much, he loses jing. Well, that's only one aspect of jing. Semen does not equal jing. Okay, let's remove that falseness. It's one aspect of jing. And how do we know if a man is having too many ejaculations? The body tells him. The mind tells him. The mind will say, I'm not interested. Oh, but you have to be interested. Take this blue pill. No, you don't have to be interested. If something else is going on, don't do it, right? Or if you have lower back pain, every time you do it, you have lower back pain. What's the body telling you? Don't do it. Rest, right? So it can't exhaust you. With women, they're not so lucky. They can have 4 or 5 orgasms in a day, and it's not going to affect them because they don't lose that much. They don't lose a lot of concentrated blood, which is what semen is. It's concentrated blood, jing. So that's kidney. Very fascinating. It's very different from Western kidney, isn't it? Very different. Yeah. And not to confuse them. Do not confuse them. Western kidney, conventional kidney has different functions. Don't confuse them. In Chinese medicine, we stay in Chinese medicine. All right. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'm going to have another drink, and you're going to enjoy some Tahitian drumming.